Imagine two people standing in exactly the same city, facing exactly the same economy, with access to exactly the same internet technology and information. One sees problems everywhere, the other sees opportunities everywhere. 10 years later, one is still waiting for life to change, while the other has built a company, created jobs, and transformed the industries. What made the differences? It was not luck, it was not necessarily intelligence, it was mindset. Throughout history, the greatest entrepreneurs have shared a remarkable characteristics. Before they changed the world around them, they changed the way they thought. Long before rockets launched into the space, before revolutionary smartphones entered our pockets, and before global brands became household names, there was an idea, and behind every idea was a mindset powerful enough to believe that something impossible could become possible. Today, we will explore the psychology, habits, beliefs, controversies, and lessons behind the entrepreneurial mindset that creates extraordinary success. Many people believe entrepreneurship is simply about starting a business. In reality, entrepreneurship begins long before a company is formed. It begins with the way of thinking. An entrepreneurial mindset is the ability to identify opportunities where others see obstacles. It is the willingness to take responsibility rather than making excuses. It is the belief that challenges are puzzles waiting to be solved. Consider a simple example. During a crisis, some people focus entirely on what they have lost. Entrepreneurs focus on what can still be built. They ask different questions. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What can I learn from this? What opportunity exists here?" This mindset can be applied in business, careers, education, and even the personal life. Entrepreneurship is not merely about making the money, it is about creating value through creative thinking and purposeful actions. One of the most dangerous myths in the society is the belief that successful entrepreneurs are born with special talents that ordinary people do not possess. History tells a different story. Walt Disney was fired because someone believed he lacked creativity. Colonel Sanders faced rejection more than 1,000 times before finding the success. Jack Ma was rejected from numerous jobs, including a position at a fast food restaurant where nearly everyone else was hired except him. These stories remind us that success is not reserved for the naturally gifted. It belongs to those who continuously learn, adapt, and persist. The entrepreneurial journey is rarely glamorous in the beginning. It is filled with uncertainty, rejection, and self doubt. Yet, successful entrepreneurs understand something powerful. Skills can be developed, knowledge can be acquired, and failure can become a teacher. Most people look at the problems and feel discouraged. Entrepreneurs look at the problems and become curious. When traffic congestion increased in the cities, many people complained. Entrepreneurs created ride sharing platforms. When travelers struggled to find affordable accommodations, entrepreneurs developed home sharing services. When communication became difficult across distances. Entrepreneurs build digital communication tools. Every successful business exists because someone noticed a problem and decided to solve it. The world constantly presents opportunities disguised as frustrations. The entrepreneurial mindset is trained to recognize these hidden possibilities instead of asking, why is this problem happening? Entrepreneurs ask, how can this problem become an opportunity? Imagine a student who fails an exam. A fixed mindset says, I'm not smart enough. A growth mindset says, I have not mastered this yet. This small differences changes everything. Successful entrepreneurs understand that abilities are not fixed. Skills improve through practice. Knowledge expands through the learning. Confidence grows through the experience. Every entrepreneur begins as a beginner. Nobody is born knowing how to manage employees, negotiate contracts, attract customers, or build companies. The entrepreneurial mindset embraces continuous improvement. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to learn something new. Many people start businesses because they want money. Great entrepreneurs start businesses because they want to solve meaningful problems. Money is often the result, not the primary objective. Think about the world's most successful companies. They became successful because they solved the problems better than competitors. They made transportation easier, communication faster, shopping simpler, and information more accessible. Entrepreneurs who focus solely on profits often struggle. Entrepreneurs who focus on creating values often thrive. The secret is simple. When you improve people's life, people reward you for it. Entrepreneurs are often portrayed as fearless risk takers. This is not entirely accurate. Successful entrepreneurs are not reckless gamblers, they are calculated decision makers. Before making major decisions, they evaluate potential rewards and potential losses. They understand uncertainty, but they do not allow fear to control their choices. The biggest risk is often avoiding all risk. History is filled with the companies that failed because they refused to adapt, innovate, or change. Entrepreneurs understand that progress requires stepping into uncertainty while remaining prepared for the challenges. One of the greatest differences between successful entrepreneurs and everyone else is how they interpret the failure. Most people see failure as evidences of inadequacy. Entrepreneurs see failure as an information. Every mistake provides feedback. Every setback reveals weaknesses. Every unsuccessful attempt teaches valuable lessons. Thomas Edison famously conducted thousands of experiments before successfully developing the electric light bulb. Each failed experiment brought him closer to understanding what worked. Failure becomes dangerous only when lessons are ignored. For entrepreneurs, failure is not the opposite of success. It is often the part of journey towards success. Modern society encourages instant rewards. Entrepreneurship often requires the opposite. Successful entrepreneurs frequently invest years of effort before experiencing significant rewards. They sacrifice comfort today to create opportunities for tomorrow. while others suspend immediately. Entrepreneurs often reinvest, while others seek short term pleasure. Entrepreneurs focus on the long term outcomes. This ability to delay gratification separates those who build sustainable success from those who pursue temporary satisfaction. Great achievements often require patience. Motivation comes and goes, discipline remains. Entrepreneurs understand that success cannot depend on feelings alone. There will be days when enthusiasm disappears. There will be days when challenges feel overwhelming. Discipline ensures progress continues even when motivation fades. Every successful entrepreneur develops routines, habits, and systems that support consistent action. Success is rarely the result of one extraordinary effort. It is usually the result of thousands of disciplined actions repeated over time. Vision allows entrepreneurs to see possibilities that others cannot yet recognize. While many people focus only on today's circumstances, entrepreneurs think years ahead. They anticipate trends, identify emerging opportunities, and prepare for future changes. Long-term vision provides direction during uncertainty. When challenges arise, vision reminds entrepreneurs why they started. Without vision, effort becomes scattered. With vision, effort becomes focused. The business world changes constantly. New technologies emerge, consumer preferences evolve, industries transform. Entrepreneurs who stop learning eventually become irrelevant. The most successful entrepreneurs remain students throughout their life. They read books, study markets, listen to the customers, analyze competitors, and seek mentors. Learning is not an activity, it is a lifestyle. The more knowledge entrepreneurs acquire, the better equipped they become to recognize opportunities and solve problems. Business is ultimately about the people. Products are created by the people. Companies are managed by people. Customers are the people. Entrepreneurs with high emotional intelligence understand human behavior. They communicate effectively, manage conflicts constructively, and build meaningful relationships. Technical skills may create opportunities. Emotional intelligence often determines whether those opportunities are sustained. Entrepreneurs rarely have perfect information. Waiting for complete certainty often means missing opportunities. Successful entrepreneurs gather information, analyze available evidences, and make informed decisions despite uncertainty. Progress requires action. Perfection often leads to paralysis. Entrepreneurship rewards those who are willing to move forward while continuously adapting. Entrepreneurial journey is emotionally demanding. Rejections happen, customers leave, products fail, markets change. Resilience is the ability to recover, adapt, and continue moving forward. Every entrepreneur faces moments of doubt. The difference is that resilient entrepreneurs refuses to allow temporary setbacks to define their future. Many success stories appear sudden from the outside. In reality, they are often the result of years of persistence. People frequently quit too early. They stop after the first rejection, first obstacle, or the first disappointment. Entrepreneurs understand that breakthroughs often occur after prolonged effort. Persistence transforms possibilities into the realities. No entrepreneur succeeds entirely alone. Relationships create opportunities. Mentors provide the guidance. Partnerships accelerate the growth. Entrepreneurs actively build networks because they understand that success is often influenced by the people around them. Knowledge shared through relationships can save years of mistakes. The customer is the ultimate judge of value. Entrepreneurs who genuinely understand customer needs create products and services people love. Instead of focusing solely on what they want to sell, successful entrepreneurs focus on what customers need to buy. Listening becomes a competitive advantage. Innovation is not always about inventing something entirely new. Sometimes innovation involves improving existing systems. Entrepreneurs constantly ask, how can this be faster? How can this be simpler? How can this be better? Continuous improvement creates extraordinary results over time. Money is important, but entrepreneurs focus exclusively on money may often make poor decisions. The most successful entrepreneurs focus on creating the value. Value attracts customers, customers generate revenue, and revenue creates the wealth. The value first, and the wealth follows. This is one of the most debated topics in the business. Critics argue that some entrepreneurs accumulate wealth while employees receive relatively smaller rewards. Supporters argue that entrepreneurs create jobs, innovation, and economic growth. The truth is nuanced. Unethical entrepreneurship exists. Ethical entrepreneurship also exists. The goal should not be wealth at any cost. The goal should be sustainable success that benefits customers, employees, investors, and the society. Many people attribute entrepreneurial success to the luck. Luck certainly plays a role. However, opportunities often favor prepared individuals. Two people may encounter the same opportunity. The person with better skills, knowledge, and preparation is more likely to be benefited. Luck may open the doors. Preparation determines whether someone can walk through them. Some entrepreneurs become consumed by work and neglect the personal relationships. Others successfully balance ambition with the family responsibilities. The lesson is important. True success includes meaningful relationships, health, purpose, and fulfillment, not just the financial achievement. Entrepreneurship should improve life, not replacing it. Entrepreneurship can be lonely. Behind success stories often lies sleepless nights, financial stress, self-doubt, and emotional challenges. Many entrepreneurs experience burnout because they carry immense responsibility. Recognizing these realities allows entrepreneurs to build healthier habits and seek support when necessary. Mental well-being is essential for the sustainable success. Many successful entrepreneurs attribute their achievements to the others, customers, employees, mentors, partners, families, and even failures contribute to the success. Gratitude keeps entrepreneurs grounded. It prevents arrogance and encourages the humility. A grateful entrepreneur leads differently. They appreciate people rather than merely using them. Gratitude transforms success into significance. At its core, entrepreneurship is not about the money, it is about the possibility. It is about believing that problems can be solved, lives can be improved, and ideas can become reality. The entrepreneurs who change the world are not necessarily the smartest, richest, or the luckiest individuals. They are the ones who continue learning when others stop, continue believing when others doubt, continue building when others quit. Your entrepreneurial journey does not begin when you launch a company. It begins the moment you decide to think differently, act courageously, and create value for others. Because every great business, every great innovation, and every great success story started with a single mindset: it can be done. If you could develop only one entrepreneurial trait, which would you choose? Vision, discipline, resilience, innovation, and the gratitude. So these are the options. So comment below and join the conversation. And always remember, success is not something you chase, it is something you build.